Okay, welcome back to another video of the Bootstrap development course. So, in this video we are gonna build the line here, and we're gonna build our first product container. Pretty interesting. So, last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna check where the row ends. That is this one, line 72. We're gonna put a new row, so div class of row, and we're gonna call this line row, and we're going to close it. So in here we're going to do a div class of line, close it, and this is going to be an empty class. So in the under the breadcrumb in the index.css we're going to do dot line. We give it a width of 100%, and we're going to give it a height of 1 pixel. And we're going to give it the background color. Okay, so we're going to give it the background color of dark gray. Let's see how this looks. Pretty cool. But the width, we don't need a width of 100%. So let's give this a width maybe auto, and then we'll give this margin dash left of 50 pixels, and we're going to give this a margin dash right of 50 pixels. I'm going to show you guys what we did wrong. We forgot to add a column in there, so we're going to do div class, and we're going to copy this column here, so the column as in 12. We're just going to copy it instead of writing it, because otherwise you guys have to hear me talk about it all day, and I can imagine that it's boring. And we're going to put this inside the column. So as I said, I'm not going to edit out this mistake, because making mistakes is human. As you can see now, it looks perfect and it resizes. So in the design it has like this small shadowy, right? Okay, so now we're going to add a shadow, because the designs have a little shadow in them. So here we're going to do box shadow, and we're going to do 3px, 1px, and we're going to call dark gray. Now you know what, we're going to call black. Let's see how this looks. As you can see, we have like this small shadow on it, and I think this is okay. This looks really nice, perfect. So what we're going to do now, we're going to check where the container ends, and that is this one. And under here we're going to call a new div class. We're going to call this product container. So this means that we're not going to work in the main container anymore, but we're going to work in the product container. And under the line we're gonna call a comment of product container, so that you have everything really nice and sorted in the CSS. Okay, so inside here we're gonna call a row, div class of row, and in here we're gonna need 2 columns, so 2 columns of 6. So we're gonna call div class div class of call-sm-12, call-md-6, call-lg-6, and call-xl-6. So this means that we're going to copy paste this one first. So what we did, we created a column 12 and the screen is small, and we're going to create 2 columns when the screen is bigger than small. So in the first one, let's check the design. I think we need an image. So in here, we're going to call div class of product image, close it. And in there, we're going to do image of source, and we're going to call this images-macpro.png. Okay, close it up. We're also going to give this a class name, class name of Mac Pro. So inside the product container, we're going to call dot product dash image, and we're going to give this a margin dash left of auto, margin dash right of auto. Okay, and we're going to call dot Mac Pro, and we're going to give this a display of block. We're going to give this a margin dash left of auto, and we're going to give this a margin dash right of auto. Okay, so let's save both files and let's check it out. Perfect. As you can see now, we have the image. It's nice and centered inside the column, but we need more spacing. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the row and we're going to give this, call this product row, and above product image we're going to call dot product row, and we're going to give this some margin dash top of 100 pixels. Let's see how this looks. This looks really nice. Does always also look nice on mobile. It looks also nice on mobile. Perfect. So we're gonna start our second column, and in there we need an H3, and we need an unordered list, and we need a price and a button. So we're gonna go div class of product info, close it. Inside there we're gonna call an H3 of class product name. I'm gonna call this the Mac Pro how it should be, exclamation mark. And under there we're gonna call UL of class. We're gonna call this product spec, close it. And inside here we're gonna call li of class spec item, close it up. And we're gonna copy that one. We're gonna copy it maybe 5 or 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're gonna check AMD Threadripper. We're gonna add the specs to it. Oh, and the first one is AMD Threadripper 3990X, 64 cores, and the cores / 128 threads, because it's a Threadripper. Then probably the memory, the graphics card. So we're gonna do 2 times Vega Duo 32 gigs of HBM2. Then we have the memory, and we're gonna do 1.5 terabytes of DDR4 99999 memory. SSD 1 is gonna be 4 TB NVMe SSD, and the second one is gonna be SSD 2. We need another D there, and we also gonna call this 4 TB NVMe SSD. So save this. Let's see how this looks. As you can see, it doesn't look really good yet, but we come there. So outside the UL, we're gonna call an H3 of class, and we're gonna give this the class of price, and the price was $9999. And under the H3 we're gonna create a button of class buy, and click here to add to your basket. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do, let's check this out. Okay. So we're gonna call the product name. So on the Mac Pro, we're gonna call dot product dash name. We're gonna give this a color of RGB, and then we're going to call 47, 47, 47, because I know for a fact that it's a really nice gray color. And under there we're going to call product spec, so dot product spec, and we're going to give this a margin dash top of 20 pixels. And under product spec we're going to call dot spec item. We're going to give this a color of the RGB, so RGB 47, 47, 47. And we're going to give this another list item, so another item type. So we're going to call list style type of type. Then we're going to check, and I think we're going to go with the squares. So let's save this all, and let's see how this looks. Pretty cool. As you can see, we don't have the small dashes, but we have like square bullets. This looks really nice. Pretty cool. And we're gonna start with the pricing as well. And maybe we give the product item, the spec item, also a little bit of margin dash top of maybe 10 pixels. Let's see how this looks. Just a little bit more space. Yes, exactly. So on the spec item, we're going to call dot price, and on the dot price, we're going to give this a margin dash left of maybe 15 pixels, and that is to give it a little bit more alignment with, yeah, that looks nice. Okay, pretty cool. So last thing but not least is the button. So we're going to call dot by, and we're going to give this a height of maybe 80 pixels. We're going to give this a width of 350 pixels. We're going to give this a background dash color. Let's see. I have a color here for the buy button on line 4 on the index.css. We're going to copy it, paste it in there, and we're going to give this a border of none. Save both files. Let's see how this looks. Well, this is a little bit big, don't you think? Maybe if we do 70 height, and maybe if we do 300 width. Save it. That's a lot better. So let's see how this looks. So on a large screen it looks fine, looks really nice, but how does it look? Oh, on mobile it doesn't look really nice, huh? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna call the product info above the product name. No, not true. We're gonna work with media query. That's what we're gonna do. So in the media screen and max width 765, we're gonna open up, we're gonna call dot product info, and we're gonna give this a margin dash top of 20 pixels. Let's save this. Let's see how this looks. This looks better. Maybe make a little bit more, maybe 30, just that we have a little bit more space. Yeah, exactly. This looks really nice. So we created a product container with our pricing, our image, some information. Maybe we're gonna give the button a little bit. Wait a second. We're gonna change the button a little bit, just a little bit. Where's the button? The buy button. And we're gonna give this a margin dash top of 20 pixels as well. Just a little bit more spacing. I think that looks a little bit. Yeah, exactly. This looks a lot better. So congratulations. Our Scorch shop is gonna go in the right direction. You guys have built different rows now. We have built a navigation, a product container, and it really starts coming together now. So we only need, I think, 2 more videos or 3 more videos, and then we finish the whole project. And in the next video, we're going to build a description container So that is this one, and that's gonna be really easy. So yeah, I think it's gonna be really amazing. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you in the next video.